Very, very nice. Mike, I did explain everything to you. Would you like to recap what happened last time, or would you like
Um,
someone who was actually there to give the recap?
I
I'm fine
think
with
I
you
think
not coming to it.
I don't know if I'll explain it correctly, so I think I'd pass it on. Sorry.
Excellent. Uh, the most the one who's taken the most notes in character in this campaign so far, Mr. Void. Could you please tell us, me, and everyone else in the audience, what happened last time on Dungeons and Dragons?
How far
versus
back were we
Strahd?
going?
To the start of the last session.
Did we? That was burial, right? Yeah.
You the
Um,
start of the last
after
session was you guys coming up from downstairs.
yeah, after unceremoniously and without his permission going into the basement and finding the priest's vampire spawn son, whose head we took, we then proceeded to call it while he prepared to bury said son and our fun twosome's father. That was definitely one of our better choices, I guess. And then we had said burial between them, and what with our very emotionally distraught MC of sermons, which didn't Theseus try to smack around for
Oh, it certainly did smack
for
around.
yeah.
You are correct, sir.
While the rest of us were trying to do the human thing and sort of attempt to comfort the priest to actually do the do the burial ritual. Theseus was telling him suck it up and beating him up for it and making his son a vampire spawn, which was fun. A lot of that actually, and then we went on we went to meet the what are they called? Your version of the Romani.
Vistani?
Yes, thank you. So close, Vistani. Um, to see what they know about the lords of the land and any way out or safe. And we end up getting our fortune read by them with, for now, what seems to be kind of cryptic prophecies, I guess you could say.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, there were
about
5 pieces of information.
about our journey forward and a way to maybe cleanse the land, possibly. And with that knowledge, we kept going on our adventure where we came across this lighthouse, which was actually mentioned in the deeds we found in the ghost vampire kill mansion. We decided we're going to check it out, and that's where we are. Did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
Did I mention Theseus was beating the hell out of that guy?
It was pretty good.
We all went through a cathartic moment, I think. I think that's the read on it.
Oh, yes, and he was upset because we also had to bury one of our own. Don't know if you should have slapped him though, but I get it.
Was understandable, if ill-advised. Um, Theseus, I know you are running around your house and doing stuff. It does look like we didn't get a chance to do your level 4 that we talked about. Do you need? Can I steal you downstairs just really quick to handle that? and I'll just do it since you're running around, and you could just answer questions for me.
Cool.
Okay,
To the
we will be
void.
right back.
Not that void.
Lady.
Into the other void.
Yes.
Into the void.
Not without consent.
Dragged under, never to be seen again. Can't believe it. We go in the windmill and there's just a million fucking gold on the floor.
Better than rotting grain.
It then animates, just starts kicking her shit in because it's a golem. Oh! Oh! You know? I'm gonna fucking laugh if we get...
Sometimes I do.
Sometimes, I know.
On occasion, yeah.
I'm gonna laugh if we get on the road after checking this place out and the carriage is, like, waiting for us when we come back out.
Don't give him ideas. He could be listening.
He's always listening. He's in the walls! He's in the goddamn... Oh.
When are you done school, dude?
Me?
Or did you finish already? Are you done? Do you finish all your
I've
finals and stuff?
yeah, I've been done for like 2 weeks now.
Good shit.
Okay.
Well, I passed all my classes, so that's a good thing. But yeah, I've just been either with friends or working. Yeah. Wait, what'd you say?
You better pass all your classes.
Oh my god, I was actually so worried for this one class, but I mean, I did good. I got like a B plus, so I was like so close to an A though, but like that class was so hard that like I'm fine with whatever I got, you know?
Well, some good time for a life lesson. Sometimes just surviving is a win.
Yep. My mom was like, "Well, why didn't you get an A?" I'm like, you would not have gotten an A in this class." I'm like, I don't think any of us here would have gotten an A, but
Tell her because it was hard as hell.
I did. I was like, yeah, it's like a logic class, so it was like I had a hard time understanding it, but like she's like, as long as you keep your scholarships, I'm fine. I'm like, I mean, I'm keeping my scholarships for the semester, so we're good.
Nice.
No pressure, but some pressure.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Oh shoot, I should probably eat my carrot cake. I was excited for this. It's sitting next to
Hmm.
me.
Okay. I think it's like my favorite fucking dessert of all time.
Carrot cake is the tits.
It is.
He took a feat, didn't he?
I bet he's going over the feats right now. That's why it's taking so long.
That's what I was saying. I was like, he probably had a feat in mind. Well, then I guess I'm gonna enjoy this carrot cake. Wow, that is delicious. I wish you guys could have some of this.
Wish I could have some of that, man. That's still a good stuff.
Well, at least I thought about you while having it.
Appreciate.
Man of the people. I do what I can.
Have you guys played Night Rain yet or no?
No, I'm probably not, truthfully.
This is what's up?
I've had a pretty respectable burnout in Elden Ring.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very
valid.
obviously a Namco cash grab, but they've never made anything. FromSoft has never made anything that close together. So when they announced it, I was like, oh, they're trying to capitalize on this while they can.
Yeah, I mean they're making a movie too, so
Namco's like, more Bandai Namco, like, more.
more. My friends wanted to play it, and we're all in like a family, so I was like, if they want to play it, I might as well. So I bit the bullet and bought it. I kind of wish I did. I mean, like, I think I've played it enough where it's like it's fun, but like I think like it sucks that like it's like solely multiplayer. I mean, you can play. Obviously, you could play like solo, but like it's better multiplayer.
It should have been a DLC or
DLC.
extract or something. Like another game mode.
Yeah,
I don't know if it warrants its own game.
probably not.
The fact that it's $50 is a steep ask for what it is.
I think it was 40 actually.
That's right. I was talking to Australians at the time.
Oh.
My bad.
Damn, those wolves in the ambience are loud as hell.
Yeah, the
All
wolves
right,
are
my
going ape
apologies
shit.
for the late start.
Yo.
Okay, we have had our recap. I apologize for breaking up the order in which I normally do this. We pick up as our party is walking down the old Svalage Road. Here, it transforms from being a winding path through the mountains to a lazy trail that hugs the mountainside as it descends into a fog-filled valley. In the heart of the valley, you see a walled town near the shores of a great mountain lake, its waters dark and still. A branch in the road leads west to a promontory, atop which is perched a dilapidated stone windmill, its warped wooden vanes stripped bare. You are still a few minutes walk away from the windmill as you approach, but you can see it in its dilapidated state even from a distance. What is everyone doing as you are approaching the windmill?
Probably eyeballing it, looking it up and down, assessing the land, seeing if it's any questionable farmland. It's like, in the back of my mind, it's like at least windmills usually at least have a farm nearby.
Give me a perception check for farm or perhaps ruins of a farm.
It's some good dirt.
It's a windmill.
You look around, you don't spy anything of that nature, but the sun is in your eyes? No, that's not it. It's not bright enough for the sun to be in your eyes. Maybe there's some dirt in your eyes? And as you're rubbing against your eye, whatever is obscuring your vision flitters and crawls off and flies away in a blur. As you realize that there was some sort of large mosquito attached to your eyeball.
What the fuck, man? Man. Oh,
Awfully itchy.
rubbing my eye.
You do not like protein, you let it get away. Damn, I gotta get the voice back.
Every time.
I gotta like do it. I gotta do it in our off weeks or something.
I need you to start making it a bit in your house with your with your partner. That's really what I need.
Andrea would be like, "Why are you still talking like that?" when you
The
said
fuck's
that?"
wrong? I'm not a fan of bugs. Unless... Yeah, I guess maybe prepared if there was a delicacy somewhere, but... Raw bug, no. Raw steak? Yes. But that's a different kind of meal.
you. Yeah.
Have you looked at how she dresses?
Yeah.
And just to
This
reintroduce
tend-
for you, Arrow, this is Ismark the Lesser and Irina Kulyana, were your tribal names.
Alright, fire. Are you the one that controls them? Yeah, right?
Yes.
The lesser.
The lesser. Who's the greater?
We buried him.
Oh. Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Papa.
Okay, that makes sense. I could see my character asking him that, and
You guys are walking towards the thing and you go, Ismark, why are you called the Lesser again? And he sighs heavily.
that
They called me the Lesser. I was the younger one. It's a name it haunted me since I was a kid.
oh, I didn't mean to bring that up. I'm sorry.
No problem. It's just he looks up at mid-afternoon sky shrouded by fog and cloud. A somewhat eerie cackle, or perhaps an innocent laugh, comes through the fog from the grinder as you get closer. And what little wind there is suddenly parts, and you are able to more closely investigate the windmill. The onion-domed edifice leans forward and to the side, as you now see, as though trying to turn away from the storm gray sky. You see gray brick walls and dirt-covered windows on the upper floors. A decrepit wooden platform encircles the windmill above a flimsy doorway leading to the building's interior. Perched on a wooden beam above the door is a raven. It hops to and fro, squawking at you, seemingly agitated. Repeatedly, it eyes you with one of its large, glassy eyes.
I look to Arrow to see if he can speak to animals, I guess. He seems really in touch with nature, so.
I can try. Would that be, should I use nature or animal handling with that one?
If you're trying to understand what an animal is saying to you, I would say that it's going to be an insight check, unless you have the spell Speak with Animals prepared, in which case you could cast that.
I don't think I have that spell. Hold on. No, I only have animal friendship. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I
do
would say that's
a
going to be an insight
insight
check.
check.
With an 11, you're not sure exactly what it's trying to say. It's clearly agitated. It's clearly attempting to communicate something to you. But with an 11, you're not quite sure.
Can I take
if
a
you'd
crack
like,
at it?
Sure, you can give me a straight insight check. Arrow, because you have an innate knowledge and rapport with animals, I'd allow you to make an additional animal handling check to try and understand, perhaps,
Whoa.
something else about this raven.
Okay. I think we should let Void do his thing first.
Yeah, he's
Whoa.
trying to insight the raven. As you're looking at it, I want you to also make this check.
All
For a
right.
different piece of information.
19.
Okay, great. Two things. Arrow. This bird is not acting like a bird.
Oh.
It seems to have a desire or a lack of fear to of getting close to humanoids that almost any raven would have at that age.
Hmm.
that tells you that either this is a trained bird or this is something in a bird's shape. Void, with your 20 insight, you sense that the raven is trying to warn you away from the mill. And as you make eye contact with it and understand this, it seems to note your understanding. It gives a loud squawk and begins to circle up and around the windmill. And before a few moments are passed, has flown away in the direction of the city by the lake.
That was it. That was interesting. It almost seemed like the bird was warning us about this place.
It's not afraid of us. It could be. Could this be the work of a druid? I've had a lot of encounters with druids in my youth because of the wood elves. I think that might be it.
I do not know if this place, well, other people have come, so maybe. But that bird very specifically seemed to not want us to go in there, which means we're probably going to go in there.
Why not?
That at your discussion then, if you are trusting of that. Could lose the unity, but
It's not too late to turn back and go to the city.
Just in case I use a bonus action to, well, I guess not really a bonus action, but I conjure my skull flail.
All right, a
In we
glowing
go.
radiant skull flail appears in Void's hand.
Are we going?
Are you expecting trouble from a bird? Ismark is
It's
smirking
not.
at you.
It is not the bird that worries me, but whatever it tried to tell us about. So far, this is a land that tries to kill you constant.
That much is true.
Arena looks up as another echoing cackle emanates from one of the higher floors.
Does she have any reaction to that, or it's just, yeah, somebody's cackling?
She looks up at the sound. She has a slightly worried expression, but she doesn't say anything.
but he's having a good time.
Well, if either of you have any insight as to what's inside, now would be the time to speak up.
Yes, you all
Speaking to
always
the
have
twins.
thoughts about something. I don't know how, but this
We've
would be a
lived
good
here
time.
our whole lives, maybe. But I don't know anything about this windmill except what people call it.
And what do they call it? Windmill?
It's sort of an unfortunate name. They call it Old Bone Grinder. Arena cuts in.
What a lovely name.
Interesting.
Charming.
It's been in
On
disrepair
brand.
for years. There's no reason that anyone would come here.
And why was it called that previously? I'd like to know.
Excellent question.
I think Dad always used to say that there was a cult that owned it.
Oh, fun.
Cult means people better than the undead.
I think that depends on who you ask.
Yeah, I would like to.
People do not generally regenerate or bite harder.
Aye, but this is the land of vampires. Right?
Perhaps the vampire? Laughing wildly.
A servant of Strahd. Arena's gripping onto her rapier.
Certainly wouldn't be the first building we've walked into that was owned by a cult.
Surprisingly second for this land.
I think it'll be the last
time?
either.
True. All right. Expect close quarters. Theseus will draw his longsword and bring his shield to bear.
All right then. Remind me if I step aside a little. I'm not sure to be out of view of the door frame.
All right. Ismark will unlimber his longsword and pull his short sword out from behind his back and hold one in each hand and step up next to Theseus.
Guess I'm not using my arrows for this one. I'll just ready my swords. And I guess I'll stay where I am.
All right, I'll step up to the door and check to see if it's locked.
It does not appear to be locked.
Twist the handle. Actually, I'm sorry. What kind of a handle does it have? Is it just a push? Is it
It's yeah, there's not even like a latch or anything on it. It's a double swing door that you could back into going either direction.
All right. I will unshoulder my pack and throw it in through the doors first. See if there's a reaction.
Okay. You throw it through, it lands heavily in the room. The door opens and then swings closed and opens and closes a few times before it settles. You see brief flashes of a makeshift kitchen. Filthy.
All
Any
right. I'll step through
footsteps?
the...
Any footsteps after he does that?
Nope. Not audible to you. Theseus, you
Theseus
open the
holds.
door instead. Sorry.
Yep. Oh, yes. Open the door and step
Baskets
through.
baskets and old dishware are piled everywhere. Adding to the clutter is a peddler's cart, a chicken coop, a heavy wooden trunk, and a pretty wooden cabinet with flowers painted on its doors. In addition to the clucking of chickens, you hear toads croaking. The sweet smell of pastries blends horridly with a stench that burns your nostrils. The awful odor comes out of an open, upright barrel in the dead center of the room. Warmth issues from a brick oven against one wall, and a crumbling staircase ascends the wall across from it. Shrieks and cackles from somewhere higher up cause the old mill to shudder.
Can you move me in? Sorry, I can't get through the door.
Oh, yeah, the dynamic lighting is like fucked.
Oh, no worries. Thank
Already
you.
invisible barriers everywhere.
I will take a
guess
look.
The first floor doesn't need to have. What if I just went like that?
Oh, there you go.
Are there any distinct, possible footsteps on the floor amidst the muck, or?
Investigation.
Yeah.
Whips out the fucking spyglass. Or not spyglass, a magnifying glass.
We
Spyglass
gotta
is
get
crazy.
we gotta get him a pipe too.
There we go. 20 dirty.
Theseus, You do not
Mhm.
see any footprints. It does appear as if people walk around enough that there is like a cleared path of detritus. But as you're looking at the detritus, you realize that amongst old dishware and rotten food, small human bones litter the flagstone floor.
All over or just in one spot?
In several places.
Oh.
Small like children or
children.
small like halflings?
Yup.
Can I do a history check to see how long the bones have been there, or like what stage of decay, or just like how long the person's been dead?
You cannot because they appear to have been cleaned with a knife.
Oh. Okay.
Mm.
And that's apparent. These bones have been flayed of all their flesh.
Yep.
Oh.
I point that out to everyone.
Whoever did this must have been a madman.
Or really good at what they do.
Cannibalism, rituals, plenty of reasons to flay a party. None of them good.
Lucius. Sorry.
Research?
Theseus just turns back slowly and looks at Void.
He shrugs. You've never been to the swamp.
I don't think I want to go to the swamp now.
That makes two of us.
It's actually pretty lovely this time of year, usually.
Well, can we tell how, well, is there any way for us to tell how old the bones themselves are? I know you said that the flesh was flayed from them, but discoloration, like, do we feel this may have happened recently? Yeah, I'm
Try.
gonna give it a try. Investigation?
I would say this is down to like knowledge of bone thing. I would accept a medicine or a history.
Okay. I'll go
Bone
medicine.
knowledge?
Negative.
You can't tell. I will say, even with a 6, you can tell that there are some that are older than others, but that doesn't tell you much.
Except that this has been going on for potentially a long time. Potentially. What did you say about the cart in the middle? With the,
It's partially covered. There's a peddler's cart partially covered by a tarp. In the midst of your investigation, you lifted it but didn't look at it too closely. As you look at it again, you recognize it.
Mm.
You saw it yesterday.
Is this-
The cart of the woman who sold you pastries.
Oh, somebody called
Oh.
it.
No.
Mm.
Lucius, despite the acrid smell emanating from the open-topped barrel, your mouth suddenly waters at the taste of the pastry that you so enjoyed the other day.
I will ignore it.
Oh, wrong person.
I point to the cart, and were there any like telltale signs that were like painted on the cart from yesterday that I can clearly point to as this belonged to the pasty lady or the empanada lady?
I would say it's less about, like, there's not anything painted on it. It's like a bare wooden thing, but the way that it is laid out is like there's a crust of pastry still on one of the 3 trays. This is how it looks. Remember?
Yeah.
So it's pretty simple, but it's got like 3 layered things for pastries to be laid out on. It's not the kind of thing that looks like it would be used to sell almost anything else. It's pretty recognizable if you take a second or 2 to look at it.
Okay.
And here I thought that nice lady just wanted us to try her pastries.
I mean, she did.
Maybe she's just poor.
Is the cackling still going on?
Mm-hmm. You've
Yeah,
been here
that's
long
it.
enough. You can identify a total of 3 distinct voices.
Hmm.
As you are continuing your investigation, there is a creak 1 floor above you, as if a foot coming down to the bottom of a set of stairs, and a grinding that sets the entire floor and walls and everything in this room vibrating. Your teeth being chattered ever so slightly, your ears hum as a giant stone is connected to the windmill's spinning blades and begins to churn.
I don't like that sound.
That sounds promising.
It sounds like a cult. But we
Sounds
have
like
dealt with
a-
it before.
Or somebody, I don't know, sharpening, making empanadas. If those exist here.
Perhaps you could look around in many of. There are several different baskets, cabinets, and things to
Stove,
open.
you said, right?
Yes, there is a stove. There's yes, there is a stove, which is currently lit and is warm.
Let's go look. I sort of like shoot a look at Ismark and point to the top of the stairs. Like, keep your eyes on it if you see anything move. Actually, I just say it, honestly.
He'll brush past everybody to stand at the foot of the stairs, knee bent, longsword pointed up a floor.
Is Irina still standing outside?
Yes. The doorway's a bit crowded.
Okay,
And she
so-
is still nervously examining the other floors.
Keep an eye out.
Is the interior of this place darkened when the door shuts, or is there source of light other than the stove?
The stove illuminates everything in dull light. There is also a source of light from upstairs, but you can see that none of the sconces have torches down here. I would say it is low light in the entire area, but you can easily make out everything: the cart, the chicken coop, the trunk, the cabinet, the big, stinky, smelly barrel, which you can now see has like glistening greenish black liquid filling.
Yum.
Is there a scent coming from it that's
recognizable?
recognizable?
That is where the acrid, nose-burning stench is coming from. The smell of cooking pastries is coming from the oven.
Oh.
Lovely.
I fear maybe we should not have eaten those pastries.
You live once. Now I know for the future.
Void just gives him another shrug, like a, yeah, I guess.
Open the oven.
You
Or is
walk
it
over.
like open faced? And
No, it's like a classic like openable oven. The fire underneath is what's open faced. Let's see. You open the oven. There are a dozen dream pastries baking inside.
Ooh,
As
yummy.
you go to shut the oven, you see that there is an egg timer on the top of the stove. 2 minutes remain.
2 minutes. They'll be down here to pick up these pastries in 2 minutes.
What if we shut off the timer?
Can we
Actually,
without tampering it?
I mean, you could just extend, like, turn it. It's just an egg timer. You could spin it back, like, to turn the time up. It goes all the way up to an hour.
Okay. Yeah. Void does a little chaos and makes it an hour long.
Excellent.
Well, if we are going to hang around, might as well have some time.
I was thinking we could use it to lure them down.
All three at once? We
Fair
only
point.
hear three. We don't know if there's more.
Also a fair point.
I also feel like it's better for them to be cornered than them coming to us.
All right. We take the fight to them. I do
how
remove.
many
Is there?
ovens?
Oh, sorry.
Dare I
Sorry.
ask all of your desperate interest in this windmill?
They have a deed.
Why are you saying they? Aren't you part of their group, or why are you trying to distance yourself from this? Do you also disagree and think this is a bad idea? She says she's still standing outside. Like she doesn't want to do this.
These
Listen.
people do not go away.
Listen, darling,
it
the
looks
men will
like-
be definitely at play, but I am not going to stick my fingers in a dirty old windmill.
She shakes her head. Courage is not one of the things that Ismark is paying you for.
Well, I mean, you're out here. I still need to keep eyes on you, don't I?
Interesting question. Is there anything flammable in here?
Quite a bit. Wicker baskets. There are several wooden. There's a wooden what's it called? Wooden cart, wooden trunk, wooden cabinet. Almost everything in here is wood.
Are we checking for survivors, or do we really need the windmill? Void sort of like.
I would doubt there are survivors. If we could, I'd say burn the whole thing down.
Void turns to Ismark, Arrow. Eh?
Can't light anything on fire on my own, but there is an oven that we can use.
I mean, some of us have, like, kits.
I do have an arrow that I can just catch it on fire and just shoot it.
We have torches, we have oil, we have lamps, we have tinder boxes. Well, then a perfect trap, I'd say, would be make them come out one by lighting the place on fire. Obviously, they are up to no good. How we dispatch of them, easy, hard? I'd always prefer the easier.
Do we know their true intentions though? What if it's all just a big misunderstanding?
And if they are eating people, I don't see that they've kept any food for themselves down here.
As as Void points at the skeletons and the liquid.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but it doesn't look like human people.
Oh, I thought we positively identified the bones as
You
being.
positively identified the bones, not the barrel holding glistening greenish black.
Oh,
ichor.
gotcha.
Baking pies that almost put the two with us on their ass. I'm not gonna lie. I trust the bird. I say we burn it down.
Right behind you.
Void looks at the other two.
I'll pay you
Pay me what?
money.
God!
Better safe than an obstacle later.
Are none of us particularly proficient in sneaking about?
I can sneak around if you want me to.
Maybe we should just get a view of what's going on upstairs before we burn it all down.
Should I do a stealth check?
Sure.
I will,
Ooh.
God
Well.
damn!
Right in front of us, he disappears.
Arrow. So, Thesis, you look around as you say, are any of us good at sneaking? You look at yourself in heavy armor. You look over. Ismark next to you wearing splint mail. Void. Not particularly, Void, you wear
But I'm
magical
lugging around
armor,
a
I
shield.
believe, but you have a very big shield, a bag full of clanky things, and a chain flail that clinks in its own way. Keldrick in arena outside, and you look at Arrow, who's literally wearing like leather-soled shoes, simple fitted, dyed armor, a dark green cloak, and is just making no sound as you guys are all having this conversation. Is anyone good at being quiet? He says yes, from right beside you. You did not know he was there. Arrow, you please describe how you make your way upstairs.
I guess I just like kind of sneakily go up the steps. And is there a door at the top of the stairs?
There is not.
Just kind of like peek my ear to see what's going on up there. I mean, yeah, it's like simple as can be.
You are
24, no
stealth.
one's catching you.
Oh, I gotta move.
You could probably steal the
Alright,
food
alright.
out of their mouth.
You step here. The banister is still 10 feet up, so you're what, 6 feet, almost 6 feet tall. So it's still a few feet above you. You need to take at least another step to be able to see up over it.
Okay.
Crouch low and move forward on all fours up the last few steps, just to keep yourself as low as possible. Your bow held in your hand, your arrows tied down so that they don't rattle.
You might need to move me. I can't do diagonal here.
No worries. I'm gonna do this.
Ah. Alright.
A haggard, heavy-set old woman with a wrinkled face is with a face as wrinkled as a boiled apple sweeps the floor, pushing around a few old bones and stirring up a cloud of white dust with her broom. She wears a blood-stained, flour-caked apron. A long, sharp bodkin impales her bundled up mound of gray hair. The dirt-caked windows allow very little light to enter this 8-foot-high chamber, most of which is taken up by a large, spinning millstone connected to a wooden gear shaft that rises through the ceiling in the center of the room. A large stone staircase continues up towards the sound of the loud cackling. She does not notice you. Would you like to make your way back downstairs?
Yeah, because I feel like if I have to try and sneak past her, I'd have to roll again.
Okay.
Is it the same lady from the with the cart and the pastries?
Yes, you who were not here that session would still recognize her in character as the woman from the cart.
Okay. The woman with the cart was upstairs. She was the one grinding the bones.
Does he explain what she looked like to us? Or do
Yeah.
you
Just tell
explain
you
what she looked like to us?
Yeah, I'm just like,
How
you
she
know,
was
like,
dressed?
she was wearing bloodstained apron. She had bones with her. And not pleasant experience.
Covered in blood, the whole nine.
Yep.
So Void takes out his tinder box and some oil and is like, eh?
Proved.
This may be the only way.
Does anybody have an extra torch? Or is there just
I-
things within range that I could light without, like, killing all of us?
I mean, I think there is like a supply of firewood next to the oven, which is beginning to emit a little bit of smoke, just a little bit at this point.
Because the pies are
There's also
overcooking.
like several wooden things here. You could start breaking the cart, for example, or you could tear the doors off of the chest, or not the chest, the I keep losing the word for what this fucking thing is.
Can I, like,
Cabinet.
can I spread some straw out and put put some oil on...
Do you have oil?
Yeah, I have oil. I have a lamp, which I assume is also oil-based, no?
Yes, but you need to buy the oil separate. The lamp
Okay,
does not come
so
with oil.
I pour some oil out
Okay.
over,
You pour out a flask of oil. You lay out
yeah.
some straw. You kick over the cart.
everybody
Ismark is
out.
going to get out of the house. Yeah. Or the windmill.
Let's go.
Well, I mean, at least you don't have to worry about the mill anymore.
I light it and then I get out and I sort of wait at the doorway. We're gonna watch this thing, well, hopefully mostly burn down. Because I'm not having one of these things sneak up on us from behind. So, in the spirit of the dead-ass Rangers, burn baby burn. Ask questions later.
One moment. Let's
I also prepare an action at the doorway in case somebody comes out.
Same.
That-
Same.
So it's a little big. So it's quite big. 20 feet is far too big. Okay. 10-foot radius. There we go. All right. In short order, the interior is well on its way to catching. First, the floor goes up and smoke begins to plume out the door, and you assume up the stairs. As you look up, the fire begins to build higher and higher, and Arena points up to a window on the second floor that she has been examining as all 4 windows fly open in unison, as if by magic. An old woman sticks her head out of the window, dramatically, her arm and face falling out, as if she is choked for air. She looks down, spying the 6 of you. Oh, help! Help! Please!
No
Go on and
thanks.
jump. We'll catch you. Jump, we'll catch you.
Void Light gives her a thumbs up, and that's about it.
As you give her a thumbs up, her already particularly not nice face will become less nice. Her skin turns a deep shade of purple.
Oh.
Wicked horns split from her hair, which thickens and darkens. And she grows taller and hunched until she looms more in the room than out.
Oh!
Ew.
What the fuck is that?
Naughty children. You think fire harms me? I'll be down to see if you ruined my latest batch and handle you.
She disappears from the window.
Maybe get some distance or prepare? That was horrible to witness.
Say the least.
You hear her, you assume, call out in a language that I'm not sure any of you recognize. Does anyone speak Infernal?
Hell no.
Not this one, I don't think.
Where do I check?
Languages would be bottom left with your other proficiencies.
Nope.
All
No,
right.
I do not.
Do you guys start running?
Yeah.
I mean, that if you
I
want.
said distance. I'm asking if that's real.
I said distance in preparation, so whatever the Void and CC seem to do, her wants distance understandable.
Thesis is going to. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I think a little bit of distance is good. Still within the range of the door, but yeah. Surrounding is probably the better plan.
Okay.
Void looks at Ismark and his sister. Probably should take some steps back.
Prepare to fire on anything that comes through.
Oh, this will be fun.
Okay.
Theseus.
I'm gonna ask everybody to roll into initiative for me, please.
Oh!
Initiative? Sorry.
Initiative, please.
Um,
Shield of Faith I will allow. Go in concentrating with 8 rounds left. Yes. So I extended the map south more. If you all want.
Oh, nice.
But I'm gonna ask that we start combat from where everybody is.
Mhm.
I need to roll for all of the NPCs. top of the turn order. Mr. Void. What would you like to do?
Does it seem like anyone's down here yet?
Not yet. You cannot see anyone from where you are standing.
Oh, this is only 1 minute. 1 minute is what, 10 rounds?
10 rounds. Oh. Fighting music. That's the other thing I didn't do. Herm.
I guess I keep my prepared action, and I slide over a little bit in the doorway, but I keep wait for my action when I see somebody come out, or their head peeks out.
Alright. Prepared action, or if you
it's
see
disconnected.
anything to fire.
Yeah.
Thunder's Blast. Alright. You are rewarded. You see someone stepping down these stairs. The flames wreath the floor and interior down here. The stairs and walls are stone of the windmill. She suffers smoke inhalation. Your prepared action goes off. Give me an Eldritch Blast.
How would you know?
A 17 is not go. I'll say the doorway is not partial cover, so a 17 will meet and beat.
Oh, whoa, they changed this. Okay, I guess I'll press this.
8 force damage. Smacks into her with far less overall hit than you normally get. She's quite tough. She's gonna walk down to the bottom of the stairs and stride through the flames. Void, you set the fire, you lit the floor using oil. It also burned for more than a minute, catching on everything down here. I'll say this fire is gonna do 2d8 fire damage. Would you please roll me 2d8? She is going to step outside.
Wicked children. Let me tell you a bedtime story.
She's going to cast Sleep.
Oh.
Thankfully, all of you have fuck tons of HP. So, the way this is going to work out is Void and Irina are both going to fall asleep. Both of them sag to the ground as she waves a hand. Arrow.
Let me try and get close to her. And is this would this count as partial coverage or just like close enough where I can do a spell?
She's out. No, there's no cover. You're in
Okay.
melee range with her.
All right. I'd like to just shoot her with my bow, and that would do also the psychic damage, right? With like the
What?
dreadful strikes.
Okay, so dreadful strikes.
1d4.
Whenever you hit, yeah, you deal an extra d4. So that's every hit with any weapon that you use. Yeah. You did move closer to be next to her, which means that you would now have disadvantage on a ranged attack, like with your bow.
Okay. So I
So-
could do.
So-
I
but
do have
I-
swords.
Yeah, which you will still get dreadful strikes with. You just won't get your archery bonus.
All right. I'm gonna use my. Shoot. I'll just use my silver sword.
Okay. So that's a 20 to hit, which will hit.
Jesus.
And then. The 1d6 plus 5 piercing, right?
You just click it. You click silver short sword in the chat.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Which is gonna
It
be-
does everything for me.
Yep. She'll hold up her hand to stop your short sword, and you slice right across her palm, and she shrieks, "Fuck!" And she chops teeth, which are suddenly longer than they were a second ago. She'll take
Oh.
full 10 damage.
Oh, what happened to our ambiance?
It ate itself. Don't worry.
It swapped back to a song that's or an audio file that's not in the playlist. That's crazy. All right. Okay. Arrow. Is that gonna be you? Are you good where you are?
I can move back a bit, right?
You absolutely can. You will provoke an attack of opportunity.
Then I'll stay where I am. I'm done.
All right. Ismark is going to turn and grab for Arena as she falls. Arena! He grabs her and shakes her with his action. She shakes her head and seems to snap out of it, waking up, though she is still prone. He looks next to Void, but can only wake up one person per turn. Keldrick.
Putting a hand on Theseus' back. Continue leading the charge. I know you're strong enough. Heroism, as well as bardic inspiration. So you would get 4 temp
whoa.
HP. As well as the D6 for his next attack or ability check. Or so.
Happily take
Hell
it.
yeah. Alright. Immune to being frightened and temp HP at the start of each of your turns. Very cool.
Then I will start making my way towards Void to try and wake him up. But that is fully me.
Okay. At the end of your turn, you all hear 2 voices in unison chant a powerful magic, and there is a light from the 3rd floor, and then all of the windows on that floor shatter outwards.
Ooh.
Irina is going to get up and say, "The fuck was that?"
Magic! Be ready!
Watch out for glass.
She's going to she's going to do something that you guys see is now you remember when I first introduced Ismark and I noted that he's one of the only people that you saw wearing weapons, and that he wore his specifically heavy crossbow very prominently, as if he wanted it to be seen above his shoulder. You suddenly see why, as Irina grabs his heavy crossbow and aims it at the hag in a fluid motion, as if drawing it from her own weapon belt.
Oh.
When with a heavy thunk fires and the hag dodges slightly to the side and it punches a hole through her robe and then flies out and into the flames. Fuck! She scrabbles to her feet and back behind Ismark. Theseus.
Theseus is gonna move in to this angle here to gain advantage. Well, this is an attackable angle, right?
Yes.
Okay. To gain advantage with arrow on the other side, and he will lash out with his longsword.
Oh!
Ooh!
He's a fucking hero!
That's gonna be 12 points slashing.
Okay, you will see that your non-magical, non-silvered longsword is resisted, as this time she is able to catch the blade in her nails and divert it slightly, taking a much smaller slash, resisting your damage, which will only take 6.
Okay, that's gonna be Theseus for now.
Alright. Void, you are unconscious. I'm very sorry. To go to Miss Hag, who is going to going to cast a spell. Let me just double check something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I thought. She's gonna cast a spell. Her teeth, which were already lengthening, grow longer and in number.
What the fuck?
Let's watch out for those.
How will not let me do this? I'm trying to put this sheet down. There we go.
Oh.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Oh, okay, that's a little bit better. It's still not good, but a little bit better.
Giant crocodile. Alright. She's going to transform, her purple skin going green. As she becomes a crocodile. The crocodile writhes on the ground between Theseus and Arrow, defying you to flank it. Even with Ismark's help, it's a struggle to succeed. And then from the crocodile's writhing jaws, it opens. And the old woman's voice emanates.
My daughters are coming back, sweeties. We'll all eat you together, tough meat or not.
Arrow, there's now a giant crocodile here.
Hi. How it says ensnaring strike takes a minute. Like, how would that?
it takes a minute or it lasts a minute? The casting time is a minute or the duration is a minute?
Duration. Oh, sorry. Duration is a minute. I read that
Yes.
wrong. Never mind. I'm gonna use that. At what
Okay.
level? It says what level. Should I just do like the level I'm at now, or level?
So remember, levels for spells are like slots that you use them for. So you only have access to first level spell slots at this point.
Okay, level 1 then.
Ensnaring strike. So this is something you do after you hit. The bonus action you take immediately after you hit a creature
Oh.
with a weapon.
Never mind. Or
You're okay.
okay, then should I just hit them as well?
You would need to make an attack, yes.
Okay, then I will use my silver sword again.
18 is definitely going to hit against the crocodile for 9 damage.
Yeah, sorry. Ignore the archery. I forgot I had that checked off.
No worries. I'm filtering it out automatically. Are
Okay.
you good there?
Yeah, the ensnaring strike also.
Okay, then you would cast
Counts, right?
ensnaring strike, so it
Again?
takes
Okay.
4 well no, then you would
You're
cast
just using
it. A larger small you cast it and it makes a strength save. So the giant crocodile makes a strength save. That is a 13. Which is
So-
your spell save DC, so it will succeed.
Oh crap.
On a success, it is going to not be restrained. So just mark down the 1 spell slot.
Okay.
Arrow, as your magic fails against this thing, you realize that this is an incredibly powerful spellcaster you're facing. You just cast a first level spell slot, but as an archer, you know the ability to turn into animals is a very high level magic. Druids can do that, or people who can cast 4th level or higher spells can do that.
Shit.
This is a dangerous person that you're facing. You said you're good there. That's your action and your bonus action. And we'll go to Ismar. Tharina behind him. He is going to use his long sword twice and his short sword once. With Theseus, he is flanking to get advantage. So that is a dirty 20, a 15, and a natural 20.
Woo!
In the crocodile form, the magical resistance is negated as all 3 of those hits. That's a total of 15 is 29. Ismark shows his years of training as he nearly bloodies this giant croc in 3 staggering hits, each bigger than the last. Keldrick, you have suddenly been engaged in melee combat against your will.
I am going to reach down and shake Void, like, get up, this is not the time to pass out. Oh, good, now you're back with it. I'll give him a bardic expression. Come on, there's a fight you're missing. And after giving him the bardic, especially since I'm the dancer, that I get to make a free attack because using a bardic inspiration on that.
Ooh, what's that called?
Dazzling footwork. As literally standing up, heel pivot, I am going to just try and kick the fucking croc to try and keep distance. Oh, I did a 13 would hit, but keeping footwork.
13 does not hit, but you do kick this croc right in the nose.
Alright, come on. That will be me.
Alright. Irina is going to try and move away. Double check the range of this crocodile's attacks. That's what I was worried about. Irina tries to back up without disengaging, hoping to shoot, and the crocodile's tail whips out towards her. That is a 23.
Bruh.
God.
That's gonna do 10 bludgeoning damage to her.
Mmm.
And she needs to make is going to take one to the side of the head, rings her like a bell. But she is able to keep going. She staggers slightly farther off of the trail and back away before turning, trying to shoot with Ismark's heavy crossbow. A 22 is going to find purchase for 4 piercing damage, and this crocodile is officially bloody. Theseus, you are flanking with Ismark.
All right, I'm going to strike with advantage again, but this time I'm going to push with psionic strike as well, provided I make purchase.
Oh my god.
Fuck yeah!
Damn.
Fuck yeah!
And remember to roll double dice for your psychic push.
Right. Oh, and hold on. Wait, double that. Oh, that's right. Okay, ready?
Correct, because you cratted.
All right. Oh, nice. All right, so that's 22 altogether. 11 of which comes from the psionic.
It is going to be 20 because you don't add your int mod twice.
Oh, okay.
But it's still quite significant. It could not take another blow of that size.
In that case, I will action surge. If I can find it. Boom. There we go. And let's put another one in. Come on. 21 hit.
21 is definitely going to hit.
9 slashing, unless it's resisted.
Nope, still in the crocodile form. She's not resistant.
All right, that's Theseus.
All right. And I assume you are sapping it each time you hit?
Yes, that is correct. So she should have
Alright.
disadvantage on her next physical strike.
Yep.
Until I go again.
Yep. All right. Void. You are up, or you are prone, but you
I
are
get up.
awake. Yeah.
That's what, 15?
It's half of your speed. Yeah.
Yeah, 5, 10. Will this put me parallel to arrow to get that advantage?
Yes.
Okay. You said it's bloodied, or?
Well, more than that.
All right, so I'm not gonna waste that then. I'm gonna smack him.
Did you have
Oh,
advantage,
I-
but a 19 will hit?
Damn, that's it.
Six
Okay.
radiant damage.
Let me see. Oh no, that's an action. Yeah, okay. That's me for now, I guess.
All right, we are now at the Crocodilus's turn. Crocodilus is a little bit surprised at how much it's being beaten to shit right now. It's quite hurt as the 6 of you stack on attacks against the one that it is. However, it is a very big crocodile, and even having disadvantage, it is still probably going to do some pretty good attacks. Whom is the crocodile angriest? The spellcaster who casted a spell, the other spellcaster who seems to be a support, the glowing divine magic motherfucker over there, the other
Fearlessly
glowing
fucking
divine magic
flaming.
motherfucker, or the big damage boy Ismark. Let's roll a d6. Void.
Oh,
The crocodile jaws turn towards you and bite with disadvantage. That is a 13 to try and bite you.
It slaps off my shield.
Alright. Thesis is sapping. We're going to great end. It does only get one attack on its turn. So we'll go to Arrow.
If I move back, do I still have that parallel bonus or no?
No.
Okay, but I'm still gonna move back. Need to click my archery, and then I will use my longbow because the crocodile, she's distracted with void, right? I can probably get a shot from the back.
If you, yes, yes, but you won't get advantage.
All right, that's fine.
Okay.
Longbow time. Good
27
lord.
is definitely gonna hit.
Ooh.
For 11 damage. Okay, 11 minus 3. So you kill this crocodile.
Nice.
And an evil purple-skinned witch reappears amidst you all and plucks the arrow out of her hand. She is resistant to combat.
What shape would you prefer next?
For you to go away would be nice.
Perhaps a corpse?
Arrow, is that you? Arrow?
I said that's me. Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
I think I was too
My
far away from the mic.
No, you're good. Ismark goes for it once more. No advantage. He still crit one time. But all of this damage is going to be halved. He'll hit 2 out of the 3 times. So that's... that much damage, and Ismark looks back to Arena and says, "Go further!" Keldrick.
Just keep an eye out. There are more that she said. I will give her Irina a bonus action healing word before she goes. And mend her head
Off.
back again. And then with that, looking towards the witch back to normal, try to hit her with a Starry Wisp.
16 is not going to hit.
Alright. I will then step lightly to keep some distance.
Okay. Irina will move her full speed. So she moves a little bit, of course, after this one. And she'll fire. This one's plus 7 is not going to do it. Theseus. You have 30
Alright,
seconds left on your Shield of Faith.
Actually, I think isn't it, pretty sure the description said it was 10 minutes.
Is it 10 minutes now? in this
Yeah.
game? Oh my god, never mind.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me just, yeah. So,
That's dope.
as long as I don't break that, concentration. Alright, yeah, so running in with the Morning Lord's, chalk symbol sort of glowing on his shoulders, Theseus runs in to get advantage across from Ismark, and will attempt again.
It's a little
to-
toasty there, Theseus. I will let you know. Standing there, you will take a little bit of fire damage.
Oh, in the doorway?
Yeah.
Is a grain mill on fire?
Yeah.
Flower
You know what? I've got
Flower.
4 temporary hit points. I can take it.
All
I'll
right.
try to take it at least. All
All
right.
right. Void, please
there we
roll me
go.
a d8 for fire damage.
Hey,
You gonna make me roll my own damage?
I'm making Void roll your
Oh,
damage
okay.
because he set the fire.
Oh, that's true.
Boyd, could you please roll me 1d8? He's not in the fire, but he is in the doorway of the fire.
Hey! Temp covers.
If the
All
temp
right.
covers, then you don't need to make a con save.
Woo! Yes, the temp covers. But I've got 1 temp left.
Sexy.
Nice. All right. Let's give it a shot. 19. Will that hit?
Definitely hits.
All right. I'm going to drive this through with a Bionic Strike as well. So that's 5 slashing regular and the addition of 3 psionic.
Excellent. 5 slashing is halved to 2, but the psionic
2.
goes through. That's 4 or 5 total damage.
Flee, hag. There's no point in losing your life.
My reinforcements are coming, and you haven't even made this interesting yet.
Then you'll die before their eyes.
Assuming that's you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There is a. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, this one. There is a flash on the 3rd floor.
Oh,
That's not good.
I don't like them. I don't like that at all.
Boyd.
Okay, fun times.
Hmm.
I am going to use a bonus action. Actually, first I'm gonna get a little bit closer. Here, so Theseus has somewhere to retreat if he needs to. Bonus action going to. Oh, where'd it go? Hexblade's Curse. Gonna curse this hoe for
Okay.
a minute.
You say "fuck you," and this curse settles around her.
Lick my balls.
Damn!
oh shit.
Well, technically, as a lizard, I don't, whatever.
Cloaca.
Look my internal sack, bitch.
And then I'm going to try and. Can I use my once per round? Or once
you
per
also have
once
a
per game?
bardic inspiration.
Oh, right.
D6,
That's,
baby.
what is 1d6?
Yep.
You are looking for a 3 or higher.
You got this. Yeah!
Boom! 17 will hit.
Okay. Plus. What's my charisma modifier?
The proficiency bonus, not your charisma modifier.
Oh. Oh, okay, so it's 9.
Okay.
No,
9
plus my
radiant.
charisma modifier. Oh no, that's for regain. Right.
Yeah, that's when it dies. Okay, 9, and the radiant damage seems to hurt her
Yep.
quite a bit. That will bloody the hag. Is that going to be you, Void? Because you set this curse for a minute.
Yes.
All right. She utters a swear and is going to step away from you as if shying away, provoking an attack of opportunity from you.
Is that from all of us?
No, just from Void. 23 will hit.
Mm.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
10.
And more. Big hits. The biggest that anyone's landed in an individual hit besides arrow. Silver blade. But as she steps here, the wicked smile spreads. She looks at Ismark and cranes her tall neck, undoing her hunch just for a moment to look past him and Keldrick. She reaches up to one of her incisors and snaps it off. And as she does so, a
Yikes.
crackle of electricity sparks outwards, fueled by the blood that flows from her cracked tooth, and she throws it, and a lightning bolt crackles outwards from her hands, spearing Ismark and Keldrick. I need dex saves. Ismark is going to get a... That's Ismark's, like, 5th natural 20 of the night. I just need someone to
God.
understand. He keeps rolling them on the off dice. I've rolled so many. It's a 21 for a natural 20. And
Fucking
this
man.
is going to be a lightning bolt. DC is 14,
Whew.
so you will save and take half. So that is
Whew.
going to be 14 lightning for Ismark and Keldrick.
Oh.
So 7 each or 14?
14 after half.
Oh my god.
Oh, well, heroism pops.
Heroism is gone. You keep the 1 temp HP, but you no longer get it refreshed at the start of your turn.
The immunity fear is gone.
And fear immunity is gone, yes.
I wasn't scared anyway.
He was
She
fucking her
will
up.
tackle. Arrow. It's your turn.
All right. I can use Hunter's Mark, right? I have a bonus action every turn. So I'll use that before.
Okay.
And because she is right next to me, I will use my silver short sword. 25.
23. Yeah.
Oh
Plus
crap! You're right. My
5
bad.
Plus 2 plus 11. So that's gonna be, oh my goodness, 18
Oh my god.
damage.
5 plus 2 plus
So
11.
you mark
Yep.
her and then stab her for 18 damage in the back. Not resisted because that's magical and silver and psychic. So you will watch as Arrow just like goes, oh, I understand it now, and stabs her right in the spine, and she screams. Not the fake granny voice, but the scream of an infernal being hurt badly. Suddenly she looks worried.
That is my turn. Sorry.
No, you're good. Ismark is going to close. Don't give her a minute. He raises his swords, swinging in succession. Long sword, short sword. That's an 8 and a 13 are both going to miss, but the 24 will hit. 4 slashing, half to 2. Keldrick, you are holding one of your bigger wounds. A large scoring of electricity across your ribs and upper thigh. But the hag is bleeding.
Yeah, Todd loves me today. I will then try to launch another Star Wisp, hopefully landing. Not the greatest shots of this. Nope. Too much pain.
12 is not going to make it.
But then I will bonus action healing word Ismark.
Alright.
You're doing great. Keep it up.
For the baby.
I
Alright.
will remain there.
Are you good where you are? Alright. Let's see. A new figure takes shape at the top of the stairs, descending into the writhing flames of the interior.
Are they
Theseus,
also not hurt by it?
you look over. You see an ugly young woman swollen of face, yet sickly of limb, who smiles at you in what is clearly an attempt to be winning, but with the horn-like buns on either side of her head and the teeth that still seem to have bone shards between them. The picture is thoroughly ruined. As they step into the fire, or will they not? I'll say the fire is big enough that it's definitely at least at the top of the stairs there now. Void, would you please roll me 3d8?
Damn, that one.
She's gonna take half, so 5. DCs, you see that she is similar to the hag, versus fire damage. Arena is going to raise and fire. 7 is not gonna connect. Theseus, I need you to take fire damage as you start in the doorway again. Void, roll me 1d8. Void, excellent. 2 fire damage for you, Theseus.
It's because I care.
It's true.
Perhaps Theseus is dead. He is moving. He may have stepped away.
I fear you care. I fear you care too much.
Oh.
I'm going to step. I'm going to step forward, away from there, and use the advantage that I have to strike at the witch.
Theseus, please first do take the 2 fire.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. Here we go. All right, so minus that 1 temporary, minus 1 regular.
I do need a DC 10 con save for Shield of Fate.
Hold on.
Very good.
That's not advantage, but it is 19.
Very nice. You have your advantage.
Mm-hmm.
17.
17 definitely connects.
Just makes it and bakes it. All right. That's 5 because of the resistance. And again, pushing with the psionic strike for a full 6 psionic extra damage to the main witch.
Very nice.
All right.
Wipe her.
And that is Theseus.
All right. You all suddenly hear, "Move! I want to turn to kill them!" from somewhere up behind the stairs. Void, Theseus, you have a good view inside. You can see that the girl at the top of the stairs is being pushed viciously by someone behind her. Void, it's your turn.
Do they? Oh, they're not close enough to take fire damage. Fine.
No, they're not
Be
on
like
this
that.
floor yet.
I was gonna say Theseus slide, but it's a little too late now, so I'll go. Oh, cool.
Oh, hit.
I guess I'll
hit.
go here.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Oh.
4's definitely gonna connect.
12.
And that's all radiant.
Yeah.
The damage from your Hexblade curse is the same as the weapon type, right?
Oh, let me check actually. It just says bonus to damage rolls.
Yeah. So if it's a static bonus, then it is the same type.
Okay.
Void.
So yes.
What does that look like?
Oh.
Perfect damage.
Between Ismark and Theseus, I sort of come over so I don't swing to the hot side and hit one of them, and the skull flail hits the witch-looking thing right on the top of the head as the skull almost. It looks like it exhales from its nostrils and eyes, but it's not quite radiant. Just something comes out as she crumples to the ground, and Void almost looks surprised, like, oh, that's even better than I thought. He's a little
All right.
pleased his punch, but like he knows two more are coming.
Is that you? Or you get
I step back. Here.
You guys can freely move into this white space as well. It is gridded and everything.
Okay, sorry. Step back
If
here.
you, it just if you want, yeah.
Hold on, sorry. I only used 5, right? So I'm going to step back to get a little closer to Keldrick, and I'm going to stop here.
Okay. Then we'll go to Arrow. You are still concentrating on Hunter's Mark, but it no longer has a target.
To here. Or like in front of the door. Sorry.
Yes, if you do
Alright.
step there into the doorway,
fire, so
yeah, that is willingly stepping into fire, which you would have seen Theseus partially catching fire each time he stepped there.
Alright, this is tough because I can't
It's
see
why I
it.
suggest moving square by square, rather than trying to jump around, because it makes it,
Right.
it's a little bit more difficult.
Okay, I can't, no.
you just can't end the turn on top of that person.
Okay, so I can move here. I have a clear shot
you
of the
can't.
girl. Yeah.
You can't stop moving there.
Oh, I can't?
Yeah.
You can't shoot from
No, you
or
can-
attack from
you can
another
move
ally's
forward.
target.
Alright.
With
That-
this...
oh, there you can see them partially. They have partial cover.
Okay. Would that... How would that, like, affect... I mean, that would probably definitely affect my shot, but...
It'll affect your shot, but not reapplying Hunter's Mark.
Okay, so Hunter's Mark's still active?
Yes. Yeah. You just would need to use a new bonus action to put it on a new person, because the person that it was on died. That's the only way
Okay.
to do it.
So I'll put it on this person here, the girl up on the top of the steps, and then I will use my longbow. Would that be Would that be disadvantage?
No. They get a bonus to their AC that I calculate manually. A 15 is not going to hit.
Crap. All right. I guess I can't do anything else, so that's the end of my turn.
All right.
Get a crit
Ismark
shot.
is going to say, "What's the plan?" He'll step back to group up with Void and Keldrick. Longsword and short sword raised. His heavy crossbow in Arena's hand, 30 feet away.
I mean, we can keep fighting, but that's up to the rest of you. Like, holding her side a little bit, and, he will water out her prayer. In a little guitar, please. As she will cure wounds herself.
Gigantic
Nice.
heals. Absolutely
Oh, that's nice.
massive naturals.
Natural healing. With that, as her flesh is viscerally stitched together by shadows and hooks, she will then kind of pat Ismark on the shoulder. Like, don't worry, I know we can handle it. Any decision, give him a bardic. I will stand at the ready for what the rest decide to do.
All right. I'll take another 3d8. As you hear, "I'm going first!" From the doorway, 3 bolts of white and purple magic fly outwards, unerringly, for Theseus's face. That's 5 force, 5 force, and 4 force, for 14 total force damage from magic missile.
Oof.
3 DC 10 con saves, please.
All right, let's go.
I believe in you. You are the Chad.
1, 2.
Still have my bardic.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes, I would like to.
Or better. Okay,
I would-
D6.
Give it
50,
a shot.
50 on the die.
D6. Risen. Nope.
Oh,
Negative. All right. No worries.
unfortunate.
All right.
Okay.
My AC drops back down to 16.
Okay. She will then say ouch, hot, oh, as she runs down the stairs. Oh, the pastry's burned.
What the fuck?
Can I get 3d8 void?
Of course I know you. Finding things and recognizing things is what we do. And you are absolutely a thing.
Another 38.
I don't believe I did her. Did I do them this turn for
Oh
her
damn.
already?
You did one of them.
It's time to give this place back to people
Oh,
who know.
I did do it.
Oh, you did it.
A
Oh
10
yes,
half to
same
5,
one.
And then she
Okay.
cast magic missile. Right. Oops. Okay.
Time for us to go.
That's fine. Irina doesn't have a shot. She prepares to shoot if anything comes out. She says, Ismark, run back this way! Theseus.
I am. Theseus is going to run off to the side, out of sight. So if she's gonna do that again, she's gonna have to run outside to see him. And he'll shout that prepare to fire on anything that comes through that door, just for anyone that's saving an attack. But that'll be Theseus for now.
Alright. I'll use that 17 for this person. Walks down the stairs. 17 half to 8. 5, 10, 15, 20. Ooh! Look at all the people! Aren't you big and strong? She smiles at you. This one is missing several of her teeth.
Ew.
Arrow.
Hi.
A sickly green bolt flies out towards you. 25 to hit.
God damn.
25 con save?
No,
No,
to hit.
25 to
18.
hit versus your AC.
My AC is 17 that hits.
All right. You are enfeebled. You are going to deal half damage with weapon attacks that use strength, and this will persist until you can end this at the end of your turn with a con save.
Okay.
That means any of your sword attacks or physical attacks are weakened, but you're still good with your bow because that uses your dexterity.
It does use my dexterity. My dex is 20, so we are up.
Get some distance.
That was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 over here. Void, there are now 2 of them. Oh, and oh no, actually I don't. Never mind. Void.
Void against his better judgment. Lock the other one down. Gets in this one's face, but make sure they're away from the doorway in case the other one starts smacking.
Mm.
And oh, that's an action. Damn it. That's also an action. All right, so I'm going to do what I currently do best and smack at him.
A 22 will hit.
22. Nice.
Oh, 5. Oh, no, wait. Can I? Oh, damn it. Does that second
Already
one
did.
count, or can I savage attack her that?
I would have I assumed that's what you were doing when I saw the second one.
No, I just double clicked. If you want to take it, that's fine.
I feel like it's in the spirit of it. It's the first roll that you put right after the other roll. It is a little bit rough, but you guys did heal one of these things already, which I was not expecting.
I mean, you know, Chad's all around.
I should have bloodthirsty goblins in any colors. I love it. I'm proud of you all. I believe you. I believe you can do it. Void. At this point on your turn, I'd like to give you, the warlock, a specific chance to know something about these hags. Would you make me a history or an arcana check? Very nice. Void, you know that hags are reliant on a very old type of magic. And one of the parts of their magic that is most important is that a hag's power firstly comes from their coven. They are only powerful when they are in a coven of at least 3 members.
And
With the
we
death
killed
of
one of
one
them.
of their members, you have reduced their overall power by a significant amount. You're not exactly sure which of their abilities that you've locked off, but you imagine most of the higher level spells are now forbidden to them. You liken it to if suddenly your patron cut you off. You would still have some skill with a blade, be able to do some small magics. But beyond that, you would be hard pressed to hold up in a fight. And that's what you've just done to these 2 girls. Or creatures that appear to be girls, said anyway.
Girlish creatures.
Can I shout and relate that to the others, or?
If you can say it in 6 seconds, yes. How would you say that in 6 seconds?
Be wary, they're still strong, but we've done well to make them less lethal.
Excellent.
Looking up.
Void, why don't you take a character inspiration for that for me?
Oh,
Go to
nice.
Arrow.
Hello.
Hi.
I will get.
Shoot her!
I will. Yep. I will move right here just so she's not like behind any like shadow. And I had so Hunter's Mark counts for 1 spell slot, right? For 1 level 1.
Yes, but you're concentrating on it, so it's still active on the person that you put it on. I will
Okay, so
say,
that
this one is not the one you put it on, though.
that is okay.
I marked the other one with a little red dot.
You did. I can't see her right now.
No, yeah, she's not visible to you.
I still have a bonus action. I can still use ensnaring strike on her though, right? Because I still have 1 spell slot left, 1 level 1.
Is ensnaring strike concentration?
Ensnaring
Does it
strike
have
is.
a little C next to it? It is.
It
So
is.
it lasts until. So if you cast that, Hunter's Mark goes away.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Or you can, well, you'll expend a spell slot, but you can he expend a spell slot to switch Hunter's Mark, or no?
No, it only. I mean, he could, but that would be still burning a whole spell slot for a spell that he already has active.
I gotcha.
All right, I'm just gonna shoot her then.
Okay.
Use my longbow.
A 14 is not going to hit, unfortunately.
Crud.
I
All
feel
right.
like
At the end of your
everybody,
turn,
don't
give me
forget
Oh,
you have
save.
once per turn.
That's true.
Multiple sessions.
What's per sessions, but also. Because a musician.
Oh, right.
I give you extra room. It's like Eldritch Roll.
Yes. Unless you'd like to use your once per session arrow, are you good there?
I have to do a con save, but I am good.
Okay, give me a con save.
Is that
13 is just gonna fail. 1 shy of what we were looking for.
all right? Well, I'm still feeble. I am done.
Alrighty. we're gonna go to Ismark, who is going to look to Arena, who called him to her. He's gonna look to Theseus, who's over there and injured, arrow shooting. He's gonna go run towards Void to help him. Emboldened by Keldrick's bardic inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna swing thrice. 20 will hit, a 9 will miss, and a 21 will hit. 11 half
I
to
like this
5,
guy.
4 half to 2, 7 damage. He shows with every swing of his arms that he has trained his entire life to try and be a threat with these weapons to even magical creatures. Keldrick.
With that, because I've recently realized how much more dangerous Cloud of Daggers is, because it's a point and not a fucking just a square. We are going to take out that stained glass from their home and start using it as a pick to pluck, as we are going to do Clouded Daggers. That point there. And I'll just move that when I shift it. Concentration. Yeah, no, that's just automatically the 4d4 slashing. Alright. For Sid, which next to that dot? And then looking at Arrow. You definitely got this. Come on, shake it off. I'll give my last inspiration. I kind of give him a pat on the shoulder. Start making my way towards Theseus to assess how he looks medically. Hold on.
He's almost bloodied. Not quite, but almost.
I'll fix you up a little bit in a moment. Apologies. That is fully me.
All right.
3d8.
Yes, sir.
Damn, that could have been serious if not for that one.
That's great, though.
More, she will come out. Arrow,
Can
this
she
is
not?
the person that you marked as your foe. She'll step out and rake a claw across Ismark's back with advantage. 19
no.
is easily gonna hit for 13 slashing.
Do you have a god to put a lock
Oof.
onto, Belmont?
As the fingers and nails lengthen unnaturally, slash for sharp lines down Ismark's back. Arena fires, but a 5 is not going to do it. Theseus.
She's good at pretending like she's good at that crossbow.
Theseus is going to bonus action second wind. See if we can get a little something back. 6 is better than nothing.
Shouldn't it be 1d10 plus 3? That'd be at least 8? Because it's plus your fighter level?
Yes, that's right. Sorry, my fault.
Don't apologize, I'm trying to help you out.
I'm killing my boy.
Okay. Theseus will, with his main action, let's see. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, from 3. No, forget it. 4, 5. All right, he will move in to try and give Ismark a bit of an advantage while taking advantage himself. Let's slash it up. Shit, 13. I'm gonna use my once a game reroll.
Okay.
Oh!
Can you stop though?
Let's drive that home also with Psionic Strike. All right.
How many more of those
Boom.
you got, big dog?
Just one. That was my last one until I take a short rest.
Goodness.
Can't believe.
So that's
Using
12.
them judiciously.
And double the Psionic. All right, it's an additional 9 plus the 12 slashing, which unfortunately I think goes to 6. But
Yes, and you do only add your int mod once. So my
yes, yeah, sorry about that.
7, 6, 13 damage. 2, which is now below triple digits.
Yay!
Is that gonna be you, Theseus? All right. New Cloud of Daggers is not start your turn; it's end your turn or enter, right?
Let me
Enters
do
or ends
oh,
a turn.
yeah.
Yeah, I scrolled up to it.
Enters or ends a turn, or if I drop it on them, then they instantly take that as well.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
it is a
50%.
point, so it's a lot more difficult to use because it's a 2x2.
Yep. All right, so they are going to immediately move out. They're gonna go this way around Void to stand next to Ismark and Theseus. Ismark is gonna get an attack of opportunity. A 10 is not gonna hit. Standing back to back, she will say, No, play with them more, see? Look what happens when you mash them. And she opens her hand and 3 more balls of white and purple light expand outwards. 1 hits Ismark for 5. 1 hits Void for 4. And 1 hits Theseus for 5.
Ooh.
I get spell slots on short rest, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to expend one with a reaction,
Ooh.
just to kind of. Actually, yeah. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use it.
To do what?
Actually, no. I have a shit ton of health. I'm gonna eat it. You said 4?
4.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat it.
Okay. We'll go to you, Void.
Are any of them looking hurt at all?
I mean, they
Or one
both
looking
are
more
hurt,
than the
but
other?
they're. You remember how hard it was to kill one of these things. You assume that these two are the same.
Is one which one has taken more damage so far?
They are within 1 point.
Within equal?
of
Okay.
HP.
Oh, okay. I am going to expend a spell slot on this one right here.
Directly south of you. Okay. Do what?
Branding spike.
Ooh, your weapon glows even brighter and hotter as you begin to concentrate on your weapon. Very nice.
And then
An 18 will hit.
I'm gonna roll that again.
Okay.
Okay.
8 plus 2d6.
I'll just put it in.
15 total.
Oh, it went.
This one
Okay.
begins to
Wow, that was
glow.
lag.
As it is branded where you strike it, the flesh ripped open and glowing with radiant light.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm gonna stay here.
Similar to when Arrow stabbed the older woman in the spine, this one is going to scream as you grant her with radiant damage. Boys, that is your turn. Arrow.
Hello. Alright, since the one with the hunter's mark is in my view, do I have to like re-click hunter's mark or is like...
Oh, you'll do it if you hit with your attack, because you'll get your hit.
Alright, let me take out the crossbow and shoot her this time. 12 won't hit, right?
12 is not going to connect, unfortunately. Would you like to use your once per session?
Yeah, why not? Can you crossbow
Alright.
again? There we
He is
go.
definitely gonna hit.
Right.
Nice.
What a
And then
fucking man!
hunter's-
So that's 5, 10, plus 3. 15. Very nice. Just to explain, your hunter's mark damage and the psychic are magical, and those go through, and then I have the physical damage.
Okay.
To get to the second dreadful strike.
Yeah,
Okay. Are you good where you are?
I am perfect where I am.
Excellent. Ismark is going to swing once at each of them. Hit, and then the short sword, the one he hit that one as well, for a total of 5 damage to the one flanking Theseus, 0 damage. Heldre.
Oh, seeing that Theseus is still a little fucked up, it's gonna come over and lay thy hand upon his back again, as she will invoke the Atar, and you'll feel the, well, brutal fucking stitch work of needle, but as you will mend your flesh at a level 2 cure wound.
Lovely.
So-
I'll take it.
27.
Jeez. Thank you.
Keep up the woodwork. Yeah, you're best with the blade. She will go to step back a little, and I'll be her.
Alright. This one is going to say, Ophelia, you always say that. It's so much more fun to... And then she will hold out her hand and the claws will extend once more. But a 9 will miss Theseus. Nails create a shrieking sound as they grind down the face of your shield, leaving a scoring mark just at the bottom edge. They seem to lengthen just a tad more. Let me through. I just want to eat you. Arena raises the crossbow. Pating 9. She has not rolled above a 10 in like 6 rounds. Theseus.
Oh, Lord.
You can tell she's a
Alright.
close combatant.
She's
Yeah,
getting
it's
close
just
to
one
me.
of- Again?
I mean, it's the same bonus.
Yeah, but the
cannot-
dice are telling the
This
story.
one is not gonna.
This time, the dice are cooled down. All right, it does not make.
Killed your girl.
If I remember correctly, the Keldra rolls were used up in the encounter with.
Yes, that's correct. No, I did.
Gotcha.
I did use my bardic inspiration, unfortunately.
Oh no, I was just thinking of the musician one.
Oh,
But yeah, That was a last session thing. You guys have been on the road for basically all day and have gotten
Gotcha.
a rest and a song since before that encounter with the skeletal rider.
Hey, that's right.
Okay, that's Theseus for now.
Theseus. All right, we'll go to Ophelia, and she says, "You're no fun, Bella." And we'll cast Magic Missile again, which she seems to be able to do. Just be able to do crazy. Ismark, you're gonna take 4. Void, you're gonna take 4. Theseus, you're gonna take 2.
Oh, nice.
Void, I do need a con save for. Or no, you already branded your smite. Never mind. And I'm Ismark, so I have to take Ismark's damage. Ismark is almost bloodied. Void. Crammed as you are next to Ismark, fighting these things with a giant cube of flying daggers behind you. How do you feel?
Me? How close is it?
What?
Oh, the daggers.
It fills the 4 squares to your north.
Oh. If I move, I'll take a. If I move to our right, I'll take a
Yes.
opportunity attack. I'm assuming.
Correct.
Okay. Will that put me at advantage with Theseus?
If you move to your
If
right,
I move to my
you're
right,
good.
yeah. Advantage. 'cause I'm
Yes.
on the trail. Okay.
Yes.
And the branding smite, do I have to
It's
cast
one.
it every time, or
You would have to
okay.
cast it again if you wanted it again.
Gotcha.
It only works until you hit. It's the next time you hit.
Okay. I'm gonna take the hit. I'm going right here.
So the thing is, if you continue concentration, it can't go invisible. That's the only reason to
Okay.
continue concentration on the spell.
Oh,
But you-
okay. All right.
I was alone before.
Brandon
I'm still gonna. Okay, I'm still gonna take this step right. I'll take the attack of opportunity.
She's gonna whip around, big smile as she gets a chance to use her claws. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah.
Can I?
Shield on your turn.
Yeah. Will that count as like an
You
action
can-
or?
No, it counts as your reaction for the upcoming round, but it also counts as casting a leveled spell for the turn. So it means you can't cast any leveled spells in this round.
But it wouldn't be my action.
No, you would still be able to hit cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Yeah. You said dirty 20. These things hit hard, so screw it.
Okay,
I'll spend
shield.
it. Shield.
Okay, you have +5 AC for the forward round. That's your spend the slot, and let me know what else you do on your turn. You flank for advantage.
Nice.
18 hits.
18 is going to hit for 10 radiant.
Radiance. That's me.
All right, Arrow, Mr. Goes Far himself. I forgot to get you to do a con save at the end of your last turn. Could you do one for me now?
Yeah, of course. 9.
And it's gonna fail, so you're still enfeebled at the start of this turn.
Great. Could I? Because you said Ismark's almost bloody, right?
Yes.
Could I move? Could I do like 10 here and then like diagonal to here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're trying to do that and show it in a continuous movement, what you can do is pick up the token, and while you're holding with left click, drag it over to any other square and right click in that square, and it'll drop like a little movement pin, and as you move square by square, you can right click in each of them and it'll drop a little pin.
Oh, like this. Okay. Alright, that's cool.
Just be careful. There's the what's it called? Yeah, the cloud. Thank you. The cloud of daggers over here.
Yeah, no, I was just planning to get here. Then I will use Cure Wounds on Ismark.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like you have old Cure Wounds that only rolled 1d8. Roll me a second d8.
Okay. I'll roll one more team.
Okay. 10 healing for Ismark. Very nice.
And that is my last.
2/3. That is your last spell.
That is my last spell. Rest in peace, my
Okay.
spells.
Are you good where you are?
I am very good.
Okay, Ismark is gonna say thanks. Ugh. You know, you're my favorite. And he's gonna swing across at the
I think I deserve
Bella.
that.
He's got advantage.
Yup. He says you're my other favorite. And swings with advantage. 19 is gonna hit. 21 is gonna hit, and a 23 is gonna hit. 11 half to 5, 8 half to 4, 9, and 7 half to 3 is 12 damage, which will bloody this hag exactly as she screams, and he manages to cut off 2 of her fingers on her left hand with the short sword.
Oh my god.
Oh damn, we could have got one if we focus fired. We've been putting in some work.
They're still within 4 HP of each other. That is going to be Ismark's turn. Keldrick.
Using the stained glass pick, we will magic the cloud over to here to start dicing this witch up.
Does it not move through the intervening space?
It teleports.
Does it really?
It teleports.
Yeah, that's the one. Yep.
So literally, they just go down, vanish, and then just launch back up and make that beautiful tapestry that was going on with the stained glass originally.
Teleport the cube up to 30 feet. That's crazy. New Cloud of Daggers is fucking good. Holy
great.
shit. Alright, you bloody one, and immediately Keldrick bloodies the other one.
We start shredding,
far
literally.
This one is not going to make the mistake that their mother made. She takes a step as if to rush back inside, but as she steps, she walks out of this plane and into another. As the other calls after her, "Coward!" Irina is going to raise the crossbow. Having reloaded it, a 19 will hit for 2
Nice.
piercing, halved to 1. She goes, "Fuck yeah!" all the way back there. Theseus, you are flanking with Void. This one is partially obscured inside a cloud of daggers.
But I can still lash out at it without taking damage myself, correct?
Correct.
Alright, then let's do that.
24 is
24.
more than hit.
That's 4, half to 2, but it's still damage.
Right.
Oh, sorry. Bonus action. I'm going to use my last spell slot, and I'm going to reignite my Shield of Faith.
Okay. On Ophelia's turn, she is going to follow after her sister, despite having called her a coward. She
They're running back
taunts.
inside, or they're just disappearing.
They appear to. They're running as if moving back inside, but as they run, they completely disappear.
They like dimension doors.
they're not using Dimension Door. There is something else that's happening here. If anyone, Void, you have already used your reaction, but I'll allow anyone else to use their reaction to identify what's going on. Or I guess
Would that
it
be
is about to
Arcana?
be Void's turn that I could let him roll as well. Anybody could roll if it's not your turn. So if your name is not Void, you can roll with your reaction. Void
Everybody but me knows.
No, you can roll. I'm saying you can roll. I'm giving them a chance as their reaction to roll.
Damn.
Okay. If you rolled above a 10, you know that it's most likely magic that moves you, not that is not like it's not illusion magic. They're actually moving to a different place. Keldrick and Theseus recognize that this is a natural ability of hags. They can move into the ethereal plane from the material plane.
I don't seem to know anything.
Sorry, Arrow. You're like, they probably went invisible.
Yep.
It kind of blinked.
I will say, is there anything you guys would like to do while in turn order in this moment?
Just looking out, seeing if everything is there, but
I'm going to. Oh, sorry. Step out of the doorway, so magic missiles don't automatically find me.
Sure. Okay. Everybody stays vigilant for several moments, but as a few heartbeats pass one after another, you are safe, at least for now. They don't seem to be coming back. But you look down at the fingers on the ground, purple and fiendish, and the dead body, and you know that you've made enemies today.
They both ran? I'm actually really surprised.
fine work.
Bloodied both of them in the same turn. Again, the other one went from not bloodied to you guys had the highest DPS round you've had yet, and killed her before her turn could come back around with perfect damage. And they saw that. You absolutely fucked their shit up. The flames of the interior of the first floor crackle. They seem to have reached their peak and are beginning to subside as everything within has been reduced to char and ash.
Oh, it's not made out of wood. It doesn't move.
Well, maybe the upper floors are.
Like I said, the things in it are wood, but the windmill itself is stone. The walls and floors are stone.
Okay.
We've turned it into a kiln. Not sure if anyone's familiar with pottery. Can I roll a medicine check to see who is the worst off right now? Like,
I don't think you would even need to make a check. It is marked by a mile.
alright, handsome, come here. Last spell slot of the day.
Just give me 20 minutes.
Sure. And she will mutter a prayer at the flare of her symbols on her horns.
What are you doing? I thought you were healing me.
As it finishes its stitch work, and then it feels like that soft, soothing balm after. Go through pain to get to the good.
Yeah, thank you. Good as new, I guess.
Lusted hags. Is it too late for us to try and make? Can we, if we hit the road, can we still make it to the walled city before sundown?
If you go as fast as you can without taking any breaks right after a hard fight, you'd have to leave right now.
I mean, staying next to a signal file is not exactly the brightest idea, even though it is the brightest thing in the land right now, probably.
Fear if we stay here and those things come back, we'll be in no shape to take them out. I say we run for the city.
I'd have to agree.
Sometimes just surviving is good enough for me.
I think we should get away from this place as quickly and as far away as possible. So let's be on our way.
Is the pie lady's body still there?
Bye, lady.
Uh,
Pyre.
let's take her head just in case.
You're right.
Floyd gets very wide-eyed and he makes that weird alligator grin when he hears that.
It's that whole regeneration argument. So
I mean, fair.
let's do it.
All right. If you guys are going to, do you all agree? And you do that?
Mhm.
You
Yes.
start running pell-mell from the mill?
Yeah. After taking her head. Yep.
Okay. Theseus, you lean down, grab the greasy hair wrapped around a horn, hack a few times with your longsword, and pull the head off. Icarus blood drips out, and the grass underneath it dies. And you guys start running. It's not much more than a 15-minute jog back to the road, and you run towards the city. At a normal pace, it would easily take an hour and a half or more, closer to an hour and 50 minutes from this point. Running at a fast pace, you guys will make it there in just over an hour. If you can sustain it, that is. After half an hour of running, I need everyone to make me a con save.
Yeah, my con save is
Yeah.
sucking.
Don't worry.
Let's do 12.
It's the Misty.
What's the DC?
10.
Oh, okay, good.
Ismark and Arrow, each of you in turn are struggling for your own reasons. Arrow, you're used to running and you're used to fighting, but sneaking and then fighting and then running back to back, that might be a little bit more than has been asked of you often.
Mm.
And Ismark is trying to do the same in splint armor, the heaviest anyone is wearing, and is struggling along with an 8. I do need to remind myself how new exhaustion works.
It's -2 from all your dice checks.
It's -2
Or-
per level.
Pretty much, because it's like, double exhaustion. It's basically -2 for an exhaustion level. So if you have level 2 exhaustion, you have -4.
Exhaustion condition. Okay, so you and Ismark are going to begin gaining exhaustion levels. Each time you receive it, you die if you get to 6. When you make a roll, your roll is reduced by 2 times by your exhaustion level, as is your speed. You remove 1 per long rest. Alright. You make this as you are all about halfway to the city. As you come around the bend in the trees, you can see before you that the road is relatively straight, and at points goes close even to the Lake Zarovich to your north.
Is that where they take the point of exhaustion?
This is where you take the point of exhaustion. As you are running, this will slow you slightly as both of their speeds are now reduced by 5, temporarily, or reduced by 5 times your exhaustion level, so 5 at this point.
Will we make it if we slow down a little?
You
Before nightfall, or will
will
we get
still
there?
make it before nightfall if you slow down at this point. Yes.
Okay.
It's probably worth slowing down for them.
I think so. You'll need them collapsing before they even get to the gate.
We'll slow up.
Start easing down the pace. We've made up time and distance between. So. Still going to lay claim to the land when you get the chance.
Yeah, you have a deed to that place? He looks quizzically at the members of the party. Why'd you try to burn it down if you wanted it?
It was not our deed, you see, and Void very clumsily explains. You see, the original owners are dead. We may have killed 2 of them, but they were vampires at that point. We were just trying to check it out. See if there was anything interesting. But there is, but it is trying to kill us currently.
We
Or
don't.
Yeah, I wonder if they had any treasure.
I was gonna say that.
Well, maybe on the way back, if it's not burned to the ground, we'll check.
I don't think they were
If it
thinking that
is-
far.
He glances meaningfully behind you as, before the trees swallow you up, you still have pretty good view of Castle Ravenloft.
Mm.
I don't think I'm going to be coming back this way. Not until Arena's safe.
We'll worry about that once we've dropped your sister off at Velikai. We will keep our word.
The farther you're going. Hopefully the governor keeps their word.
Indeed.
As you're walking slower, it seems as if time seems to speed up. The light fades preternaturally, as if the day was ending sooner. But as you look up, you can see that it is not the sun hidden by the clouds lowering faster. It is the darkened clouds swirling into storm clouds, thickening and growing heavy with rain. It's going to be a dreary night. But darkness settles on you just as you reach a break in the trees and look out over Lake Zarovich. At the foot of the mountain, nestled in the misty forest, is the huge lake. The water perfectly still and dark, reflecting the black clouds overhead like a monstrous mirror. It's the brightest thing that you can see as it reflects all of the light, meager though it is, coming from the sky. The darkened woods ahead of you. The walled city no longer visible.
Is it just because of the storm and the rain?
The rain hasn't quite started yet, but the storm clouds are, like, setting in.
Wow. This place is delightfully miserable.
Isn't it just? So much to work with later.
Can we set up camp here? Or keep going?
I say we press on.
Yeah, I
To the best of our ability.
We can appreciate the view from inside the walls.
Alright then.
Tell me, Arrow, in all these woodlands we've traversed, have you seen any signs of elves?
No, no, not at all. I left my group a long time ago. Very, very far away from here. In the area, that's where my Fey powers started. I guess it's grown since I've come to this land.
Mm.
But I don't know if there's any elves here. If there is, I can communicate with them easily, but until then, we must press on.
Indeed. Light jog.
You guys are you actually picking the pace back up, or is that flavor?
No. We're just moving as fast as we can without incurring any
Within the current constraints.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You will make it there before the hour is out. As you approach, let's see. The old Svalich Road meanders into a valley, watched over by dark, brooding mountains to the north and south. The woods give way, receding and revealing a sullen mountain berg surrounded by a wooden palisade. Thick fog presses up against this wall, as though looking for a way inside, hoping to catch the town aslumber. The dirt road ends at a set of sturdy iron gates, with a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Planted in the ground and flanking the road outside the gates are half a dozen spikes, with wolves' heads impaled on them. As you get closer, you can see that the wall itself is 15 feet high and higher in other places. Vertical logs held together with thick ropes and mortared stones.
Look to Ismark. He knows the way of this land, so I feel free to let him take the lead and getting us through these gates.
He do you say anything to him to like indicate that?
Yeah, well, I mean, Ismark. Well,
We've made it here. So get us in.
Happy to help, but we might have to talk our way in. He glances up at the sky. It's close enough tonight that, well,
Do we
we're suspicious of outsiders in the best circumstance.
do we
Good.
still have that head?
oh yeah, the witch, the hag.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we can try that for a bargaining chip.
Well, it'll definitely help. Let's go see if we can't. Whack her inside. Kedrick will step forward.
Surely, as the children of the burgomaster, give a seal of some sort.
He will kind of make a grumbling noise under his breath. And says, "Okay, give me like 10 minutes." And he looks up at the rainy sky, and he begins to doff his heavy armor.
Hmm.
Doing so, revealing his undershirt, and he goes into his bag and pulls on his jerkin, which is embroidered with his father's house crest.
Nice.
And he'll come and stand beside you with that.
Looking regal.
I plan to carry it forward as my own. He didn't go around putting it on banners, but didn't do any wrong to deserve what happened to him.
Clearly left it to the right person. With that cover, we'll go to step lightly. The gate.
Right. You make your way towards the gate. You see that it is closed.
But you said there was 2 figures behind it?
Yes, as you approach, they appear to be town guards, a man and a woman, standing just inside. You note that they have pikes, sized to easily reach between the bars and stab anyone who gets too close.
Excellent. Hello. I know we might seem a bit late, but might we be able to get in? We've handled the situation, and we also bring the proper heraldry of Ismark the Lesser and Sister in Kind Irina. The townmaster is expecting them as guests.
Yeah, you're expected. You got someone to prove it?
I will. Ismark had a letter. No, he sent a letter.
Yeah, I don't believe that. Was that an intended deception, or?
Well, intended deception, but also persuasion, I guess. So I will go with deception if I have to. That's fine.
Okay. You can do so with advantage because Ismark is standing right there.
Can I sort of stand with him, try and... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say I'm pretty good at deception. I was gonna like double talk with him.
23.
The 23, they'll look at each other and say, and the woman says, "Probably for the festival."
Little
He
jaunty wiggle with the bar to close as well.
He makes a sullen gesture and he says, "All right, you can come in, but you're carrying weapons. I gotta know why. What's your business?"
Oh, protection escort for the pair. As I will then gesture towards whoever has the hag's head currently.
And occasional monster slaying.
Theseus will brandish the head. Also shoulder his own pike over, sort of like look over at the shoulder at the pike that's like sticking up over his own shoulder.
Can in the dark, Void probably looks pretty weird and a little bit out of place. Can I sort of show my teeth like I'm smiling at them, but kind of try to like intimidate them some?
Sure. Do you hit him with a "we come in peace," like sort of?
Yeah.
Like spreads his hands. "I don't carry a weapon. I'm just
He
a
said
friendly
that.
crocodile."
I did it after I said occasional monster slaying, right before he lifted the head up.
Yep. Okay. Give me a intimidation.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, 25.
Lord.
He'll say, "Fuck, I believe it. Uh, yeah. Open the gates." And steps to the side, and a few seconds go by, and then there's a clank, and the gates start to raise up. Clank, clank, clank. You are welcomed inside of the town of Valakai.
Woo! It's black. Oh god.
Why is dynamic lighting enabled on this map?
Just to blind us.
Ta 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 ta. Valakai.
It's
You have
beautiful.
all entered through this, the eastern gate, which you will see actually on the inside is painted with a fairly bright yellow, probably one of the brightest colors that you've seen since you got here. The stonework above is painted with a bright yellow sunrise, as this is called the Morning Gate. As you turn and look around, do you actually see that the few people you see moving around, many of them have smiles on their faces or are wearing bright colors. Many of the children carry toys, and you see children with parents rushing about before evening, to be sure, but as you walk down the main street, in comparison to the town of Barovia, this is a bustling metropolis.
Nice to be back to civilized places.
I would like to live here when we're all done.
This is a very strange place in this lands.
Very true. It's been so dry, but it's very nice to see smiles.
To Irina, I can see why your brother wanted to bring you here. Much different.
She nods, looking around. We should find some place to stay. That is the first goal. And as she says so, there is a crack of thunder that causes a few people to go, "Ooh!" in the crowd, and everyone skitters for cover as rain begins to pour down on the houses and road.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Seems gloom follows us everywhere we go.
I honestly just think this place is miserable.
That could be it as well.
Can still enjoy it a little bit. At least there's still
If
all the
everything
pretty smiles.
If everything was so sunny, we wouldn't have had to rebury bodies first night here.
Unfortunately true. I'm sure she's at least resting proper.
For now.
As you guys are making your way by up the street, you see to your south there's a large stockyard with several locked sheds along its periphery, adjacent to a gloomy warehouse. A wooden sign above the front gate reads, "Arasic Stockyard."
Oh.
The only thing of note that you see is that parked at the south end of the stockyard is a sturdy carnival wagon. Its colorful paint peeling off in places. Faded lettering on the side spells out the words, "Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders." Even from this distance, you can see a very large, very heavy padlock securing the back door.
That they even have carnivals at some point.
Does the name Rictavio sound familiar at all?
Not to me.
I don't think so.
Hmm.
Press on, looking for signs of an inn.
Might as well.
Okay.
Usually they would be on the main stretch unless this town was set up differently. Could be.
You guys should be able to freely move all your tokens going forward. So if there are any streets you want to walk down, I can describe anything of note that jumps out at you. There is obviously a main street that runs through, and though it is nearing evening and many of the businesses are closed or closing, it is probably the best place to look for. What's it called? A place to stay.
While this is the kind of weather I was born in, I do not think the rest of you are very keen on being out here during this.
I could be right. I don't exactly feel like letting all my nice clothes get wet. Even though that's already the case in this situation. Drying off is ideal.
Are there any active shops currently that are still open, despite the fact that it's sundown? Bakeries, any eateries, or just merchant shops? Is everything still open, or does it look like people have ducked inside?
Most of-
Are the windows boarded at all, or?
No, not in the same way that the other houses are. There are houses that are closed and don't appear to be, um, like lived in, and there, I would say, for one in every, I don't know, 10 houses is boarded up or looks abandoned, but far be it from nearly every house. This eastern section does appear to be more residential, though as you look down this street that you all just passed, you can make out what appears to be some sort of town square.
Maybe in that area?
As you make your way down to the town square, the shops and homes that enclose the square are decorated with limp, tattered garlands and painted wooden boxes filled with tiny, dead flowers. At the north end of the square stands a row of stocks, locked in which are several men, women, and children wearing crude plaster donkey heads. In the center of the square, peasants in patchwork clothes eye you suspiciously as they use cups and vases to draw water from a crumbling stone fountain. Standing tall at the center of the fountain is a gray statue of an impressive man facing west. All around the square are posted proclamations. 3 or 4 to a signpost, and many of them on the sides of houses and businesses. It's impossible to avoid reading. Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendance and children required. Pikes will be provided. All will be well. The Baron.
Wait, say that again?
Come
Oh,
one,
there we go.
come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendance and children required. Pikes will be provided. All will be well. The Baron.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
And attendance and children required. Void goes, huh. That does not sound
provided.
all will be well, huh? This sounds like the opposite of that.
Got a bad feeling about this.
I don't know, judging by the wolf sets up front, I feel like this might be a regular event here.
Why would it be mandatory then? Or required?
That's right.
Right, actually,
Children
question.
required.
Maybe for safety?
Could be.
I mean, we did kind of bear witness to some of the other townships. I would imagine they don't want children going and playing alone or being too adventurous.
When is it supposed to happen? Is there a particular date? Actually, I don't think we know what today's date is.
Well, let's ask that person over there. Go to a random eyeballing citizen.
Hey, you, Rando.
You walk over to Rando. What? What do you want? Fucking lizard head?
Ah, very astute observation of you. I was curious, especially with your acquiesced knowledge.
I'm curious why you got a lizard head, lizard head.
What? Excuse me?
He's got a mouthful of fish.
Ew.
When is this festival supposed to be
You look
happening?
around, you see that everyone else around him appears to be like more normal people. You walked over to a freak.
Damn right. Let's
they did.
talk, freak. So, Fishman, when is this festival? I'll decorate around. It just gets
Well,
me
it already
down.
happened, didn't it?
Oh, it did.
Day before the last, or the day before that. One of those.
That explains why everything's withered. Unfortunate. When does it happen next year, or is it different kind of celebrations coming up?
Oh, just you wait. Baron's men are due any minute today.
Oh, today?
They'll put up the new proclamations, won't they?
Oh,
You act like you've never been to the happiest village in Barovia. He says, heavy with sarcasm.
I could tell by the fish. Clearly the happiest.
Void goes, "What's wrong with fish?"
I don't think he pickled it and he might be eating it raw.
He looks even more confused.
He
"So
looks
what's
down.
wrong
It's
with
like
fish?"
fish stew.
Void looks even more confused and asks again, like, "Yeah, it's fish."
How often does this festival take place?
Not this one. We've had a festival a week for as long as I can remember.
What was the
Since
last one?
The Wolf's Head Jamboree. We piked all the wolf heads and carried them through the square. Stuck them outside in the dirt.
What's the next one?
I don't know. You see a proclamation yet? Just wait around and you'll see.
Oh, while we have your
Keep going around.
attention, is there an inn that we could stay at? Or rental room?
Sure. You'll
Wait.
be looking for the blue water. I don't know what accent I'm becoming.
He
That's
just
crazy.
melted into Irish. What
He
the
just
hell?
melted. I don't know why.
He's about to offer some, like,
He is.
Maybe
He is the town
checking out
freak.
the
His
blue
face
water.
is just changing as we're watching.
He melts.
No. Oh god.
I'm walking here.
The Druzy is taking over.
Nope. Well, it's Void stabs him. "Not you, Algrim."
The blue water. Alright. I look around the square. Do we see anything with a banner that says the Blue Water Inn or Blue
No,
Water Tavern?
He will give you directions, however, and I will ping it for you right now on the map. As you look, it is this building here, up on a small hill,
Just up the road. Well,
just up the road, just right down the road,
Right down the road.
right down the road, right down the
Bye.
Enjoy your food.
Glad there is
Right.
system. Thank you
In
for.
first?
Well, I mean, we do
Do
need
you
to secure a
have?
room.
Void looks at the same fish-eating weirdo. By chance, can you let us know if there are any armorers or general shops around there? Are there?
Uh, the he will gesture around the town square. You come back during the day.
Hmm.
Everything will be open.
Fair enough. Thank you, kind. Thank you, kind rando.
Uh, as you guys are finishing your conversation, you are here long enough to watch as two town guards stride into the area, followed by a bald man with a stern gaze holding a fairly ornate looking battle axe. And as you watch, they make their way into the center of the square and begin ripping down the proclamations. Well, two of them do. The third starts putting up new proclamations, nailing them in right over the spaces where the others were being ripped down. This is the man you see putting up the new signs.
Oh man.
He seems strong.
That's no man.
That is the same gray skin color that every Barovian has. All of the people look like that.
Well, except for Ismark and Irina.
Yes.
Void looks around. Do you think that could be our werewolf? He has
Fish
no
guy
idea
looks
what a
at you with a
werewolf looks
mouthful
like.
of fish.
Not you, not you. Void like waves him off.
Well, that's me. He dusts himself off, stands up. I'm not gonna be caught for not laughing hard enough. Malicious unhappiness and whatnot. He will pick up a hat, doff it, and turn on a heel and start walking out of the square in the opposite direction of the town guards.
Fantastic.
To the inn, then.
Can we read the new proclamation
Yeah, I
before
would.
we go?
Yes. As you tactically make your way through the square, away from the guards, keeping your distance, but passing by one of the first notices put up as you walk out. Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the festival of the blazing sun. Attendants and children required. Rain or shine, all will be well. The Baron.
What a jovial man. Find a holiday in anything.
Seems the most festive time to be here.
You say, glancing over at the people in stockades wearing plastic donkey heads. Or plaster donkey heads.
Oh, they're melting in the rain. That's going to be a real pain to get off later.
I think we should
Alright.
take this one to speak to one of the prisoners.
I was just thinking that, honestly.
Tomorrow morning, though.
Okay.
This does not seem like a place we should be in for too long.
Yes. Let us get some rest and leave whenever we can before we get arrested for some stupid reason.
I don't know. I can't stop smiling. I'm loving all of this.
It is a nice place. It is nice, but I'm very tired right now.
That is valid.
You are valid, says the dragon lady. In medieval times. Alright, you guys make your way out of the square?
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
Yes.
follow
Upon
the
his valor.
directions up the road. As you approach the inn, the only thing of note that you see is a sign directly across the street from the Blue Water Inn, which I'll describe for in a moment. The store is currently dark and closed, but you make out the sign above. Blinksy's Toys. The makers of that doll.
Huh.
You make your way up the small hill towards the Blue Water Inn. Gray smoke issues from the chimney of the large two-story wooden building with a stone foundation and a sagging tile roof, upon which several ravens have perched. A painted wooden sign hanging above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall.
This must be it.
We're here, finally.
Let's find a room, and in the morning, Ismark can reach out to the governor to secure Irina's safety. There's something strange going on here.
Yes, weekly holidays. Like the
Without the cost of the collection.
I can't see how that'd be cumbersome.
They really like everybody to be in specific places. Everybody.
I wonder if the mayor has a compulsion.
I'm more concerned about children being forced to attend these events. But again, we can tend to this in the morning. Let's get some rest.
Okay.
We will enter the inn.
Alright.
Oh, God.
It is quite packed. You see.
Throw my backpack in through the door. No, I'm just messing around.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, right.
Damp cloaks hang from pegs at the entrance portico as you step into the tap room. The tavern is packed with tables and chairs, narrow paths meandering between them. A bar stretches along one wall under a balcony that can be reached by a wooden staircase that hugs the northern wall. Another balcony overhangs an entrance to the east. All of the windows are fitted with thick shutters and crossbars. Lanterns hanging above the bar and resting on the tables bathe the room in dull orange light and cast shadows upon the walls, most of which are adorned with wolves' heads mounted on wooden plaques. You can see that there are two people manning the overworked bar, a man and a woman. The place is packed. There are nearly a there are more than half a dozen people who look to be commoners, Valakians. You see a couple people wearing what looks like hide armor and wearing weapons. You see a pair that appear to be far richer, wearing fine clothing and sitting with very nice, elegant rapiers and daggers belted to their waists, drinking fine wine. And a unique-looking individual sitting alone at the bar. Glasses, wearing head low over a drink and a book.
Well, don't clog the door and go in. You want to be soaked.
Dynamic lighting will not allow.
No!
Oh no, it's it. I step on you. I step on you.
Stuffing her large form into the bar.
It does look like the most seats are at the bar. So
There's also a table with 6 seats directly to your south.
We shuffle by. Sorry, do you have any spare rooms here?
You make your way over and address the man. Here are the description of all these fuckers.
Absolute gentleman's great. Looking fantastic.
Yeah. You see a tough-looking man with a short sword belted at his waist and a food-stained apron rolled up at his sleeves. He'll look at you and smile. Hello. Welcome to the Blue Water Inn. Room, bed for the night costs 5 silver.
How many
If you're
rooms
looking
do?
for something to eat, we've got a hot soup and fresh bread, no additional charge for the room. If you want a steak, that's another 5 silver.
Oh, steak sounds really good.
Alright, that's a cooked wolf steak. He'll nod over, courtesy of our hunters.
Fantastic.
No wine, unfortunately.
Oh. I'd like to.
Well, actually, I apologize. We're almost out of wine. I can offer you purple grape mash number 3 or a pint of superior red dragon crush for 1 silver. But those are the only thing that we can provide right now as our supply has been delayed.
Well, that's unfortunate. The Red Dragon Crush sounds good. Anyone else?
No offense, of course.
Please.
Just dragons of other colors. You forgive a humble salesman. We don't get many looks behind you at Void, and then over at Arrow, and then at Theseus, who appears to be a normal man. You know,
He's definitely a
with
normal man.
With Arena and Ismark in tow, appear the most normal looking.
No offense taken at all. We're just eager to get a nice meal and somewhere dry to sleep.
6 rooms then?
Do you have a room that will fit all of us, or many
I have
of
a room
us?
for 4 and a room for 2.
I don't mind sharing if need be.
But will Void asks the brother and sister pair if they want their own room, or will they crowd with us?
They'll ask for their own room. You guys can have the room.
So
There you go. Handled.
So I put 15 silver down, 10 for the rooms, and 5 for a steak for me.
It's 5 silver per bed.
Oh, okay.
No, I'll
So
get
it's
the
5 silver
beds.
for each person.
So,
So if Caldrick's gonna pay for all of you, that's 3 gold per for 6 beds.
Yeah, I got out the 3 gold, and then it was 5 silver per steak as well.
Yes.
I'll get 4 steaks. That'll be on me.
Are you sure? All right.
Yes.
I will not question it, but at least let me get the wine then.
Fair enough.
Okay. A pint of purple grape mash is 3 copper. A pint of red dragon crush is 1 silver.
How much for? I guess a pitcher at this point.
They can't sell it to you in pitchers. They do not have enough.
Yeah. Is anyone feeling a bit peckish on it? Would they want 2 each?
Sure.
Void is not drinking the wine.
All right, fair enough then. Irina, Isma, would you like that? 2 glasses or 1?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I've never turned down a drink.
Excellent.
Esmark will pull up a seat. And thank you for paying.
Void then asks, is the water safe to drink here, or is wine or whatever they have the only choice?
Of course the water's safe. What does that mean?
From unsavaged
It's been a long road.
I understand. Water on the house. Please, sit. My name is Erwin. This is my wife, Danica.
Absolute pleasure.
Meet you
Please
guys.
enjoy your stay.
Absolute.
Thank you.
We have rooms and we have food.
We can unbuy with
yeah.
the glasses instead of 1.
So, 6 bowls of fresh hot beef soup and fresh bread are passed to Theseus and quickly set on the table, and it will be about 15 minutes for the 4 steaks.
Okay. And that comes out to 2 gold, right? I've already removed it.
Yes.
Okay.
And Keldrick, you could do your own math as to what wine you buy or what.
Yeah, 8 silver. If 2 of us and
Okay.
Void's not drinking any.
Excellent. All right. In short order, you guys are all able to sit down with your food splayed out in front of you.
Smells heavenly.
The conversation is lively around you at the other tables. It's active, thriving in, such as you haven't experienced since you arrived in Barovia. And I think as you sit down for dinner is a perfect place for us to end our session. You guys will get to interact with and meet all of these people next time.
Hell yeah.
Groovy.
Thank you
Yay.
all once again very much for coming. I hope you enjoyed. Congratulations and good work on your fight against the hags.
Mhm.
Very proud of you. You did exceed my expectations several times. Good job.
We
We're proud.
fucking
Yay.
We lived.
Hey, you fought a coven of night hags.
Oh
and
my
did
God.
Not die.
Also, Theseus fucking crit god.
No,
God,
dude, if it wasn't, I'm
Supreme.
telling you,
You
none
and
of that would have
Ismar-
worked out if we didn't have the advantage in play. And that was, you know what I mean? Like it was those double rolls that were making it happen. So thankfully, that's pretty much it. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. I'm up for next week and the week after and the week after that. Y'all just let me know.
I'm down for that.
All right.
Is anyone not
Free.
free next week?
I have
Free
no
until
idea.
further notice.
Alright, well Kenny, you let us know. I'll ask again on Tuesday.
Fair
That's
enough.
usually when I try and post scheduling polls in the other server.
Mm-hmm.
So, not that I've been good at that actually at all recently. The past 9 weeks or something. But
Like 2-3 days just before the week.
regardless. thank you again for coming. I look forward to another excellent session next week, hopefully.
Thank you very much for the game.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thanks
thank you.
again.
It was
Thank
best
you.
as always. I really
These
thought we
cats-
were gonna die.
Have a good weekend.
Can't wait to
If you had not gotten exactly 12 damage on that hit on that night hag, you
Bitch
said
would've
you
been
rolled a
gone.
10 and you said 12, and I went, oh my god, they got it. because she would have just teleported away or ethereal step, and the other two would have come in with all of their coven spell slots still left. They would have been polymorphing and lightning bolting and all this shit.
Were we not supposed to have that
It just
encounter
no,
yet?
that's just it.
Strahd just sucks.
It's not
this
like
thing
that.
just
Mhm.
sucks that much.
No, it's not like that. It's more like you guys baited an overconfident enemy to fight you, and then the other two are more self-serving and are gonna fight you to the death. If they had cared more about the fight, then you guys would be dead. And if that person, if the first one hadn't underestimated you, you would have been dead.
Did I take any damage? I don't think I did.
I don't think you got hit.
Thankfully.
Yeah, no.
With enfeebling, right? But that's it.
Yeah, that was the only thing, and I thought that was gonna do damage, but
Nope, enfeebling rate does not do damage. And
Makes
it wasn't
sense.
that good on you, because that's the thing. DC's had run halfway around the world, and he's the real good target for that. But hags don't know. You looked pretty tough.
Yeah.
He is our
Sit
only
back.
like character, isn't he?
Patching everybody up as much as I can.
Alright, we should probably head over before
They fucking
we're
riot.
being late. Yeah.